Hi guys, welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em. I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm here to talk about Descendants 4, or Descendants The Rise of Red. I don't know if we're really considering it a fourth, because it's like new generation or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But I wanted to do this because I'm a Descendants girl. Like, through and through. Like, that is one of my movies. Like, that's my fucking series. I adore it forever. It's like my childhood, basically, even though I was 10 when the first one came out. But it's still, I consider it like my childhood. Or, was I 10? I think I was 10. Yeah, I was 10. But, yeah, so, like, that movie shaped my tween years, or whatever you want to say, because I was 10 when the first one came out, I think, or I'm doing the math wrong, and then I was 14 before the third one, or when the third one came out, I think. Yeah, because I remember I was going into 5th grade, or at least I think I was, when the first one came out, and I was about to be a freshman when the third one came out. So, like, they shaped my years. Like, my middle school years, they shaped it. Like, that was my shit. And because of that, I have so many opinions on the fourth one, or like the new one. And I wanted to talk about it because I have no one to talk to. Because, like, I'm seeing so many things about it, and like, I wanted to do it right away. Like, after the episode dropped, I wanted to record this, but I was on a trip with my family, so it was kind of hard. And I wanted time to like process it, you know, like just like digest. And also, I was seeing like edits and like videos about it on my TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, and I watched like some reactions on YouTube just to like refresh my head, and also, or like my mind and whatever, and refresh it. And also because I wanted to see what other people said about it, because before I watched it, I saw like mixed reviews, because I didn't watch it right the second it dropped, which was my plan. I wanted to stay up until 2 a.m, but I literally was going on my trip that day, I think. Yeah, I was like leaving early, so I couldn't. And like, I downloaded it to watch in the car, like early that morning, but I don't know why I literally didn't. I just listened to music the whole time. So I watched it when like we made it to the place. Like, I watched it that night, and you know, my expectations were low, to say the least, because I don't know, it's just something about it. And it might just be because I grew up with like Descendants in the original, and I grew up with the old Disney Channel, and like back during its prime. And I stand by the fact that Descendants was the best, like the last good movie series on Disney Channel. Zombies too, but it's not even on Disney Channel. It's like Disney Plus now. Wait, right? Isn't it like a Disney Plus original movie now? Or the third one was, at least. I don't know. But like, for me, like, Zombies, I love it. But Descendants was like the last like incredible one. And that really, after that, it like ended. Like, it was the end of an era, you know? For so many reasons. And I think it's because of that. Like, I grew up with like Disney, like the old Disney Channel, like Teen Beach Movie. What else? High School Musical, even though that came out when I was really young. Like, those were my movies. Camp Rock, Lemonade Mouth. Lemonade Mouth was my shit, and still is. I still listen to the soundtrack like every day. It's like those movies, and then like Livin' Maddie, Good Luck Charlie, Austin Alley, Jessie, Girl Meets World, Hannah Montana, Sweet Life on Deck. Like, all of those, Shake It Up, Casey Undercover, you know, like, I grew up with that Disney Channel, and, like, that was its prime. Like, Disney Channel is not Disney Channeling anymore. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is on there. It's like, I've seen stuff because, you know, I scroll through channels, and sometimes they rerun episodes, occasionally, and, like, I went on Disney Channel when I was at my dad's place one time, because we wanted to watch Good Luck Charlie together, because, you know, we love it. It's like one of my favorite Disney Channel shows, and we were logged out of Disney Plus, so I was like, okay, let's see if it's on. And it was like Hamster and Gretel, and I watched 10 minutes of it. I had a great time because I was bored out of my mind, but it was literal shit. Like, Disney Channel has fallen off, and, like, in every way. Even, like, with the stars they produce now, or, like, they try to produce, it's just not the same. Like, back in the day, like, when I was a kid and with Disney Channel, like, they produced stars. Like, are you kidding? Like, they produce, like, good people and people that are really talented. I'm not saying anything against, like, the people on Disney Channel now. It's just not the same. So I think because of that, my expectations were really low. And, like, it just, the trailer for it just pushed me the wrong way. I don't know. It just didn't look good. I mean, I don't know. Like, no matter what, I was going to watch it because I'm a Descendants girl. But I remember a couple days before the movie came out, I was with my best friend in my basement, and we were, like, listening to something on YouTube, and the trailer came out, and she forgot about it, that it was coming out. It's like, I remember I told her when it was announced back in 2022, but she forgot, and she was watching. It's like, that looks like shit. Like, it looks bad. Like, I don't want to watch it. She did, in fact, watch it. But she was like, I don't want to watch it, you know? It's like, it doesn't look good. Like, why are they doing it? And she even said that when it was announced, and I told her about it. And, you know, I kind of felt that same way when it was announced in, like, I think it was 2022. I got that Descendants, or not Descendants, that Disney Expo or whatever, because I remember something about High School Musical, the series, was announced there and stuff like that. So, like, I was paying attention for that, and I saw it. And, you know, I was excited because, like I said, I'm a Descendants girl. Like, that's my that's my series. Like, I love the movies with my whole heart. But I was also like, I don't know, because I think they should have just ended it after Descendants 3. And, like, I get it's a new world, a new, like, plot and new everything, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, I was always thinking that, and, like, I was gonna watch it no matter what, but I think they should have just stopped, especially because Kenny was not a part of it. Like, you could tell that Kenny Ortega was not a part of this movie. You could. Like, I'm not saying the movie was trash at all. Like, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. But there was just stuff going on, and just the songs were not hitting as hard. Like, a couple made it to my Disney Channel playlist, or my Disney playlist, but it's just, you could tell it was not Kenny. You could tell. And it's just, like, the reason the Descendants movies were so good was because of Kenny. Like, literally was because of Kenny. Like, are you kidding? Like, he is insanely talented. Like, he knows how to make good movies. Good songs, good, like, choreo. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, High School Musical, like, all of those movies, impeccable. Cheetah Girls 2, because I'm pretty sure he did that. Incredible. Julie and the Phantoms, show-stopping. Like, he knows what he's doing, and you can tell when it's, like, not, he wasn't involved. And when I found out that he was not going to be, like, doing it, and, like, he wasn't involved, I was like, oh, this could be absolute shit. It's just, like, I don't know. I think it's just they try to do, like, new generation or new things with movies, and they don't have almost any of the original. It just falls flat. It just doesn't work well. Like, of course, they had Uma, like, China returned, but we barely got anything of her. And honestly, I thought we were going to get more. When they said that China was returning as Uma, I was like, okay, cool. Like, that's getting me a bit more excited. You know, we'll get to see her. And she was on the cover, and they were making it like a big deal, but she was barely in it. Like, 5 minutes of screen time, maybe less. I think it was 5 minutes, or like a little bit less. Like, that's nothing. And I think they were not promoting it like that, but actually, yeah, like, using her in, like, the posters and saying Uma's back, blah blah blah, for views and for people to tune in, because they knew that a lot of people weren't going to tune in because Dove, Sophia, Boo Boo, Cameron, like, everyone, no one's in it. you know? And so I think they did that, and that was just a marketing move for them to get more views. And I think it worked out, because I know a lot of people watched the movie, like, way more than I expected, to be honest. Like, a lot of, like, the OG Descendants people watched it, which I was not expecting. But, like, when I, like, went into it, I was expecting, like, Uma to be a big part of it in some way, and she was, or at least China. Like I was expecting her maybe to play, like, a younger version of Ursula or some shit like that, because it, like, you're gonna promote her or, like, market that she's, like, such a big part of this movie, and, like, have her be in all the photo shoots, all of this, and she's, like, barely gonna be in it. Like, that's just... And, like, I also think they paid her probably, like, a shit ton of money, too, just to get her in, because I don't know why, something in me, like, it's, like, telling me that she didn't want to do it, and they, like, just paid her a shit ton of money, and, like, that's the only reason she did it. Am I the only one who thinks that? Because I know, not most of the guys, literally the whole cast, or, like, everyone's that they've asked, like, Dove, Sophia, I think Boo Boo, maybe other people as well, have all said that, like, they will not do another Descendants without Cameron, and because of what happened. And I'm 100% with them. I think, yeah, they shouldn't do it. Like, I 100% agree with them. Like, that makes, like, sense. Because I remember before Cameron passed, they were going to do, like, more movies, or it was, like, they all wanted to do more than 3. Like, they were all like, I'll do, like, so many, like, all of that. But then, of course, that happened, and everyone was like, no. And I don't know if China ever said that she wouldn't do it because of Cameron, but how close she was with him, I kind of feel like she didn't want to, and they paid her. Am I the only one who thinks that? Because also, like, why the hell would she just do the movie? Because, like, she had no screen time. If she was, like, a main character, that maybe would be different. But girl had no screen time. If I were her, I wouldn't have done it. Unless, like, I got paid serious money. But honestly, if I were her, I probably still wouldn't have done it. Like, I want to know how they got her to do it. Because if it was maybe Kenny, I feel like maybe some of the people would come back. But also, I don't think Kenny would have ever done it without Cameron. Like, you can't. The core 4. And, like, I liked how they gave a shout out to him. Or, like, not a shout out, but, like, in memory, and, like, a little thing for him in honor of him. But it hurt. Oh my gosh. Like, I did not think I was going to cry. I didn't. But I obviously did. Oh my gosh, I was bawling my eyes out of my room. It's just, like, I wasn't expecting that. Kind of. I knew there was, like, something in honor of him, because I did see it on Twitter. Like, somebody said they do something in honor of him and, like, say something. I was like, okay, but I wasn't expecting that. And I do like that it was Uma doing it, because, of course, China and Cameron have been friends forever, like, since they were kids. Like, I'm pretty sure they were on Grown Ups together. I haven't seen Grown Ups yet. For some reason, I'm uncultured. I literally have not seen, like, so many big movies. But I think that's how they met. Or it's because they were on Disney Channel when they were, like, kind of the same age. Or, like, around the same time. But I'm pretty sure it's from Grown Ups or, like, something when they were younger. So, like, they've been friends for a really long time. So I like that she did that, and it wasn't just something else. But then also, I wish that they said he was, like, off doing some, like, work. You know? Because this just made it canon that Carlos is also dead. Like, I was hoping that they were going to say something like, oh, he's off doing some business or, like, some kind of work to help filling kids or whatever with Jane and all that. Because I wanted him to be alive in this world. You know, and that's what fucked me up even more, because Jane and Carlos don't end up together. Like, I kind of already had a feeling after the royal wedding cartoon thingy that they did, special. To be honest, I don't even really remember it. I did watch it because I'm a Descendants girl, but I don't remember it. Like, I don't even remember the ending when they kind of hinted Rise of Red was coming and, like, the new era. I don't even remember that. I literally found out about it on Twitter. But, like, because of that, it was kind of obvious that he did die, because they wouldn't have like, done what they did. But I thought they were just upset that he wasn't there and just honoring Cameron. I didn't think Carlos actually died. And that makes it even worse. Like I'm gonna cry that the actor died, obviously, no matter what, because Cameron was, like, a part of my childhood. Like, Jesse, I watched that when I was young. Like, elementary school me, I loved Jesse. Like, that was one of my shows. Like, he was a part of my childhood, and his death fucked me up. Like, oh my gosh, I remember bawling my eyes out. Because I found out about it right when it came out. I don't even remember why I was up. I think I woke up to get water, and, like, someone was texting me, so I checked, and I went on there. They're like, it was, like, the post about it, and I was like, this has to be fake, because I know that interview, that there was a rumor about that a while ago. And then, like, I was scrolling, and I found out it was true, and I bawled my eyes out, cried myself to sleep, woke up the next day, bawled, because it didn't seem real, and it still doesn't feel real. Like, I have not processed it. And so I was obviously gonna cry the moment I saw his picture on the screen, for sure. But then knowing that he's also dead in that world, and, like, Carlos is dead, fucked me up even more. It's like, I get why they did it, but it's, like, also, it's like, I love that they did a shout out to him, but that fucked me up. But then also, he deserved it. I mean, like, he loved Descendants, like, we know that, like, from the interviews and everything, he loved it, and, like, he always wanted to make a third Descendants, but not only a third, he always wanted it to go farther. And so, like, it's great that they gave him a shout out, but it hurt. Like, that, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just happy that China was the one who did it, because it meant, like, the most to her. Or, like, it meant, like, yeah, because she was obviously one of the only old characters that was in here. Like, the other one was, oh my gosh, Fairy Godmother. I don't know why I forgot her name for a second, because she's, like, literally irrelevant in my mind. She was the only other one that showed up, and I honestly didn't even care about her, because she's irrelevant, and girlie shows up, tries to, like, flick her wand to do stuff, and always fails. Like, I don't get why she was there. Like, Uma, President, yeah, like, yeah, they wanted her in it, because they wanted an original, and no one else wanted to, but Fairy Godmother was, like, useless. Like, her, when she was younger, when they, like, went back in time, that was different. I mean, she still was basically useless then, too. But, it's like, I feel like they were trying to bring as many characters that would want to come back as they could. But, like, no one wanted to come back. Which I don't blame them. Because, like, here's my thing. They could have, like, yeah, if Cameron did not pass away, they probably could have done a fourth movie, or they probably would have, but the way Descendants 3 ended, and here's the thing, I don't know if they would have done the specific ending. They probably would have, but they probably would have said, like, something about, you didn't think this was the end of the story, did you? If, like, he didn't pass away and they were planning on doing a fourth. But the way that it did end, it just was the perfect way to wrap everything up. Like, I get it's a new story and, like, new people, but still, it was the best way to do it and just end the whole thing there, because it's not the same. Like, I'm not saying the movie was bad, and I have nothing against the actors. Like, they were great, they were incredible, and I'll talk about that in a bit, but it's just, I don't know why. It's just, I think it's just because, like, these were my movies, and, like, I know a lot of other people who didn't grow up with the Disney Channel I did are like, oh, like, this is great, like, I'm so happy, and it wasn't bad, but it's just, I think it's because, like, how much those movies mean to me, and, like, how much it does, and how much Cameron meant to me, and, like, how much I adored him, and the cast and everything, it just doesn't, like, hit, you know? But then, like, when I'm thinking about it now, it wasn't that bad. It was way better than I thought. Like, way better. Like, the songs, like, weren't as good, obviously, like I said, because, like, Kenny was not involved. But they were still good. I mean, some of them. Perfect Revenge was kind of trash. Don't kill me. I'm sorry. It just did not hit. Or, there was one part that kind of did. The walk the plank part. Like, that was pretty, like, fun. That was okay. But everything other than that one kind of was. Which makes me upset because Dara, Renee, I don't know how to say her. It's Dara or Dara, I don't know. But whoever like, not whoever, I know who she is, but the girl who plays Uliana, incredible. She's so talented. Like, I watch High School Musical, the series, and I love her. I think she's so incredibly talented, but the song did not execute that well. I get a villain song, they need it, but they didn't do a good job with it. Or, like, it was okay, but it wasn't great. Like, in Descendants, the villain songs are so good. You have to hit hard. Like, those are some of the best songs in the movie. So, like, my expectations when, like, they started singing, I was like, okay, yeah, like, cool, let's go. And then, no, it wasn't. And there were, like, specific parts in the songs that were, like, didn't really hit. Like, I think they were trying to go and do, like, the things that Descendants did, like, the original, and, like, kind of talking, rapping-ish, kind of, like, punk stuff. And some of them they did a good job with, but some of them, not so much. Like, for example, Fight of Our Lives. Part of it, like, the talking part and, like, the rapping part, I wasn't the biggest fan of at first. It's grown on me a lot, like, it is in my playlist now. But I think it's because the chorus reminds me of the original. I don't know, something in it reminds me of one of the original songs. And it's just, like, it's just something was missing from the songs. Like, yeah, they were good. Like, Red, I really did like that. Like, that's also on my Disney playlist. Like, that did hit. But I think it was because of Kylie. And for people who don't know, Kylie plays Red. She's incredible. Incredible. Like, I didn't watch her on Disney Channel because that was, like, after my, like, time. I mean, here's the thing. I still watch Disney Channel all the time, but I watch, like, the older shows. Like, I didn't watch that generation or, like, that time or whatever. So, I know she was on there, but I didn't really know anything about her. She was, like, on a babysitting show, I think. Like, Gabby something Monsters or something like that. So, I didn't, like, know her from that. Like, I knew she was there, but I didn't know her from that. I knew her from High School Musical, the series, because she was on the last season, and also from TikTok. And so I knew she was talented because of, like, the videos I've seen on TikTok and High School Musical. But, like, she's good. Like, I think she has, like, the talent to be the next big Disney Channel, like, musician star. Because girl can sing and girl can dance. Like, she has the it factor. And she's also stunning. Like, she has it going for her. So I think whenever they do Descendants 5, they're probably, or, like, not probably, she might, like, start blowing up even more. I don't know. I know, like, right now it is helping her, like, this movie, in, like, even though it's not necessarily Descendants 4, it's, like, a new generation, even though they called it Descendants 4. I'm really confused about that whole situation. But because they're connected in a way, it is helping her in helping getting more views, and I think that will help her, like, become a new pop star. I think they haven't had, like, a new generation, like, Disney Channel star. And by that I mean, like, somebody from this, like, 2020, like, 2019, 2020 to, like, now. Because, like, Olivia, she was on before. And High School Musical series wasn't really Disney Channel, it was Disney Plus. But she was on before, like, with Bizarre Vark. And Sabrina was on with Girl Meets World. Like, yeah, she's blown up now, but she was on back in the day. Like, they don't have, like, a new one that's blown up, like, from now. And I think she could. I think she really could. Just, we'll have to see. I think maybe Descendants 5 will help. Or even if they do a Descendants 6, my gosh. It's insane to me to think about. Because when Descendants 5, or whatever it's called, comes out, if they do what they did for Descendants and wait 2 years. Or, like, wait, like, what was it? 2 years, yeah, in between movies. I'll be 21 when it comes out. Which, that's kind of crazy. Because I was 10 when the first one came out. It's like, I will be sat watching it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I will be sat. Because there are a lot of unanswered questions. Like, the songs were not the only thing I was iffy about. It was also kind of the storyline. Because the thing. At least the songs were kind of good. They had their moments. Like, Life is Sweeter hit the chorus. Not the gelatin part. Not that. That is all over my TikTok. Literally, like, I'll scroll and, like, every other video is something about that. And it's the funniest thing ever because it's so stupid. I remember watching it and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so bad. Everything other than that was good. Ruby Rose Turner, I think that's her name, killed it. She has such a good voice. I'm obsessed with her. And so, like, that stuff was good. Like, the songs had their moments. Like, Love Ain't It was good. Rita ate that up. I can't lie. I mean, we know Rita can sing. Like, she has a good voice. I think it got, like, kind of repetitive or, like, not... It wasn't... The beginning was good. Like, there were... Like, the ending, not so much. I don't know. I was kind of, like, iffy about that. But, like, it was good overall. And so, like, the songs... Like I said, the songs were good, but they were kind of, like, I was not sure at first. They've grown on me a lot, some of them. But the big thing, like, with this movie that irritates me is how many unanswered questions we had. Like, the ending was so rushed. I remember I saw I had, like, 15 minutes left or 20 minutes left. I was like, how the hell are we going to end it? We're, like, not even out of the, like, flashback, or not flashback, like, time jump. We're not even back from that, or time backwards. I don't go when we went back in time. Whatever. I don't know how to word that right. It's like it was so rushed, and I get they did that to, like, have a second movie or another movie, which is, like, fine. Yeah, you do you. Like, I don't know why I'm not surprised they did. Like, you didn't think this was the end of the story, did you? Like, I'm not surprised that they did that, but now until the next movie, I'm going to be questioning what the fuck they changed. Because they went back in time to, like, fix the prank that was pulled to make the Queen of Hearts mean. Or evil. And they did. They did a fine job. And, like, they did it. But now they reverse stuff. So does that mean Mal isn't Mal? Evie isn't Evie? Like, she's not born. Like, they fuck some stuff up, so that's why I'm confused. Like, when you go back in time, it, like, fucks up it fucks things up, and it can change the outcome. So, are, like, people not born now? And, like, I'm confused. I'm just, like, is Mal even alive? Like, I don't know. Like, I want to know what they changed. And also, I don't know why they didn't pick Ella. Or isn't that her name? Cinderella? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. We're calling her Ella. I'm pretty sure that was her name before. Cinderella or whatever. Why didn't they have her do the prank? I'm sorry. I thought it was her. And they had such a good opportunity to do that. Like, yeah, I get, like, why Bridget turned evil. Like, yeah, I would be pissed off too because of Uliana. But I feel like it would have made more sense for it to be Ella because they were friends. And also, I stand by the fact they were in love. It's just me being me. Like, I think they were. But I also kind of think Bridget liked Charming. Am I the only one who thought that? Like, when she looked at him, I kind of thought maybe that was it. And Ella pulled a prank to get with him. And then, like, that upset her. I don't know. I think it would make more sense for her being that as evil as she is, for her friend to do the prank instead of somebody who's already evil and already a bitch. You know? Like, I don't know. I also just thought it was useless to have Uliana. Like, nothing against Dara, or Dara, whatever her name is. I think it's Dara. Okay, Dara. Nothing against her. Again, I adore her. I literally love her. I think she's incredible. But I don't know why they made Ursula have another sister. Because isn't Morgana Ursula's sister? Or am I, like, forgetting something? I feel like I'm right because Little Mermaid 2 used to be my favorite Little Mermaid movie before, like, I grew up and realized it wasn't as good as I thought it was. I still watch it. I still like it. But, like, the first one was obviously better. But wasn't Morgana the sister? So I'm confused why they created a whole new one, because Uliana was never brought up in the original. And like, why do they never have Ursula in it? Like, Ursula is one of the only parents of like a main villain we haven't really seen. Well, we haven't seen Harry's or Gil's, but like Uma was the lead. So like we saw in Descendants too, like the tentacle, but we've never really seen her. So I thought, before I read the name of Dara's character, I thought it was Ursula. I did. I just don't get why they brought in a whole new character and a whole new sibling. I think that was pointless. I think Dara could have been Ursula or Morgana. I think it would make more sense. You know? That confused me. I just don't know. Like, I'm happy we got to see Maleficent in Hades, like, before. Like, obviously they had Mal and everything. But seeing how they were then, I want a backstory of what actually happened with them. You know? And, like, how they became from sidekicks to, like, you know, Maleficent, like, the Queen of Evil or whatever she's called. And, like, him, the God of the Underworld. You know? Like, I want a movie about that. Can we do that? Like, can we have Descendants 5 literally be that? Because I want to know what happened. Because we know, like, in the Descendants 3, when Mal and Hades were talking, he said something about her mom, like, something with that, like, what happened, kind of. Not really, but something with that. And we really don't know what happened. And, like, I want to know what happened. Like, obviously, like, stuff happened. Like, she wanted to, like, become, like, the greatest villain ever or whatever. But I feel like we should know more. You know? Like, I also want to know what happened to Uliana. Like, where she is now. I don't know. Like, maybe Uliana is, like, replacing Morgana and they're, like, pretending Morgana doesn't exist and it's Uliana. I don't know. I'm curious. Like, I want a backstory about this stuff. Like, also the fact we didn't even get to see the prank being pulled. Like, wasted opportunity. I know the movie was, like, an hour and some, like, 40 minutes? It might have been an hour and 20. I don't know. It wasn't crazy long. I'm pretty sure it was the shortest out of all the Descendants movies. But I would have liked it to be a bit longer so we could have seen more. Like, I'm not a big fan of really long movies. Like, sometimes, if I love the movie enough, I'm fine with it being, like, 2.5 hours. But I like the hour and, like, half movies. Like, I like kind of shorter-ish. I mean, an hour and a half's long, but you know what I mean. I don't like them being, like, 2 hours or, like, over 2 hours. Like, I think that's just a long time to sit for me personally. But I would have been fine if this was 2 hours just so we got more answers. Like, they're probably going to have to go back and fix stuff in the 5th one, but I wanted to see the prank being pulled because I still stand by the fact that it was Bridget, and not Bridget, it was Ella. I still think it was Ella. Okay? Like, it's just, if it's not, that was so stupid. Like I said, it wasted opportunity. Like, that makes the most sense. Like, you would feel more betrayed about your friend doing some prank to you and make you evil than, like, some bitch who you already know is a bitch to everyone does it. I'm like, I don't blame Bridget for going Queen of Hearts. Like, my gosh. Like, I probably would too. Like, I don't know. It's just, there's just so much we didn't know, and it upsets me. Because, like, with Descendants, there were some, like, actually, there weren't really any unanswered questions after the movies. Like, there were a couple here and there, but not, like, big ones. Like, each movie ended, they kind of ended, like, the story of that movie to move on to the next one. Like, they always wrapped it up, and that's what I liked. I always was excited to see more and, like, see what's next, but I had my answers of what happened in that movie, you know? And I think that's what upsets me with this. It's like, we don't know, and I want to know what happened. Just, like, it's like, it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't, like I said, it was way, way better than I thought. And, like, the cast, they were incredible. Like, they were good. But it's just, know. I think it might have just been, like, so many unanswered questions and the way it, like, wrapped up so fast. Like, so fast. Kind of, like, that upset me, and I think that might have been my issue. I think that might have been it. Because, like, the songs, like I said, at first I wasn't very sure. I mean, I liked Red and Life is Sweeter, basically from the jump. But the other ones I was kind of, like, unsure until, like, I watched TikToks and, like, watched videos about it and, like, actually heard it again. And I was like, okay, like, these aren't that bad. Like, these are better. Still doesn't hit the same as, like, Descendants soundtrack. I don't think anything will. Like, for example, If Only. Kenny Ortega was on crack when he wrote that song. Literal crack. And Chillin' Like a Villain, What's My Name? Like, I mean, the Descendants 2 soundtrack is untouched. Best Descendants movie, for sure. And one of the best Disney Channel movies, in my opinion. Like, nothing's ever going to beat the original Descendants. Like, come on. Like, nothing will. Especially when you don't have Kenny Ortega. But, like, it's grown on me a lot. And it's, like, it's good. And their voices are great. So I think it really is just the way they ended it. And, like, we have, like, unanswered questions and all of that. And it's like, I don't know. Like, because the way that Queen of Hearts looked at Cinderella when they came in, and she was like, oh, hey, like, and the way they looked at each other, it made me think that Uliana didn't actually, like, do it. And it was actually Ella. And they're trying to, like, they kind of get us to think something else and, like, shock us in the 5th movie. Because I don't think it was Uliana. I'm sorry, I don't. Like, even though, because they stopped Uliana, like, with the book in Merlin's, like, office or whatever, it froze them, and so they couldn't do the prank, and then Evil Queen's not evil anymore and turned out good, and like, it's still Bridget. So, like, yeah, that makes me think it was Uliana, but then it still doesn't make sense. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it was because Ella got grounded because of Chloe, and then she couldn't do it. So even if they didn't stop Uliana, it wouldn't have done anything. Or, like, it would have changed no matter what. I don't know. I'm so confused. Like, it's throwing me off. So that's why I'm excited for the 5th one. But I don't want to wait so long. Maybe because it's a new director, they won't have us wait this so long. But I think they will. I don't know. It's just, stuff does not add up. And it upsets me because I don't care if there's going to be a second movie or, like, another movie. I like when things get wrapped up for the most part in one movie. Maybe a little cliffhanger, but, like, for the most part it gets wrapped up. And so we can move on to the next thing. Like this, we have so many questions. It was so rushed. Like, I'm also mad we didn't get to see as much Bridget as I thought. Like, I liked Bridget. She was so cute. She was so nice. She's honestly a vibe, and I wanted to see more of her. Maybe we will, because I feel like next season, or not next season, it's like I'm talking about a show. Next movie, we're for sure going to have to go back in time again to fix it. Or, like, maybe go back in time to, like, see the rest of it, because I feel like they're going to realize they did something wrong and, like, something didn't add up, and they're going to find out it was, like, Ella or something. Because something's going to happen, because you don't change the past. When you go back in time travel, like, it's a real thing, but you don't change the past and have no consequences and everything's the same. Shit changes, shit hits the fan, like, stuff's gonna happen, and they're gonna regret it. So I guess we'll see. I don't know. Like, I know it's confirmed that they are having a 5th movie, or I think it is. Because I know they said this is, like, the new trilogy of, or, like, this is a trilogy of the new era of Descendants. So we're going to get, like, another one for sure. Maybe another one. Maybe 3. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Maybe they're trying to do 3 or more, like, Descendants. I mean, 3 makes the most sense. I don't know if they should go over, because then that will feel like, you know, like, a lot and, like, too much. I feel like if Descendants, like the original, did like 10 movies, I would be sat for every single one of them. Not probably, I would be. Like, come on now, I would be ready to go. But I think with this, it's just a bit different. Because it's not the same. You know? But I don't know. Like, I want to think about what could happen in the 5th one. Like, whenever it happens. But, like, I don't know. Like, for sure they're going to have to go back in time. But, like, I don't know. Like, I hope, like, it's Ella who does the, prank. Because, again, it makes the most sense of why she turned evil. Like, I get, like, no matter what, you would probably turn evil. But, like, the way she acted when she saw Cinderella... And, like, the way, how evil she is, I'm like, it had to be that. With how nice she was, it has to be that. Right? Or am I a fucking idiot? Like, I don't know. And, like, let me just say this. The one thing they had going for them, or, like, they had other things. Don't get me wrong. But, like, the one thing that was really, like, spot on was the casting with Kylie and Rita. Like, they look related. Like, Rita looks, maybe not like she could be your mom, but an older sister. Because Rita does kind of look young-ish. But, like, they look related. And also, Kylie looks so much like Sophia Carson. Is that just me? Or, like, does she? Like, I remember, I don't know who I was with. I was talking to one of my friends a while ago. Or, like, it was back when it was announced that Kylie was going to be in it. And somebody was like, it was on Instagram, one of my friends on Instagram. She texted me and she's like, she looks exactly like Evie. I was like, is it just me? I was like, no, like, she does. And they put, like, side by side. It's like, she looks like Evie's little sister. Like, I'm happy they didn't do that, because I'm happy if they're doing new Descendants movies without the main cast or the original. I'm happy they're doing, like, a new story with it and not, like, going off of that. I'm happy they're doing Wonderland now. Like, because it wouldn't hit the same, you know? So at least they're doing something different. So I'm happy she's not playing, like, Evie's little sister, because that would have been stupid. But it's like, they look related. They do. They do. And, like, Brandy being in it was incredible. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Please do not kill me. I have not seen Brandy's Cinderella yet. I know it's not great that I haven't seen it. Like, I want to, and I've been meaning to. And I think I'm pretty sure I've seen, like, a couple minutes of it when I was younger, because we had it on DVD and I remember my sister was watching it. So, like, I came in for a second, but then I left because I was, like, 6 and I was bored out of my mind. So, like, I left, but I haven't seen it yet. So I wasn't, like, one of those people who were thrilled about them being there. Like, I know so many people were like, oh my gosh, like, the back. I was happy because I know how many people loved her in the movies and, like, loved them together. And I thought it was so cute that they got the original prince too. And I thought it was so cool that they got, like the way they did it. I was wondering how they were going to be related to Chad, because I thought maybe, like, there was something. I'm happy he got a shout out, so we know he is actually related. I was getting confused. But I thought it was cute for, like, nostalgia. And I feel like they wanted, because they're new generation, new things, they wanted to probably bring some other people back. And so I thought it was, like, even though I haven't seen it, I thought it was cute, because I love Brandy. I think she's incredibly talented. Like, The Boy Is Mine, so good. That is one of my favorite songs, like, ever. Like, back in the day. Like, so good. Like, oh my gosh, incredible. Like, so, I mean, I'm obsessed with her, and I love her voice, so I was excited to see it, even though, like, or see her as Cinderella and him as the prince, even though I haven't seen the movie. Best believe I will be watching it before Sense 5. But will they return? Is my question. Because I don't know why. I feel like they probably had to pay them quite a bit of money to do it. Like, I feel like that way with them and China, because they were trying to bring some people back, like, from Descendants and, like, from back in the day. So I feel like maybe they paid them a lot. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't know, because I feel like because Ella got grounded, because they changed shit, maybe she didn't meet the prince and, like, Chloe's not born and something's fucked up, you know? But then I don't know, because even though Queen of Hearts isn't really evil anymore and they changed it, Red's still born. But maybe that doesn't change it. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to come up with theories for, like, the next movie, but I really don't know because so many unanswered questions. Like, all I know is we're gonna see Red and Chloe again. For sure. And honestly, Red and Chloe give me Mal and Evie vibes. I don't know why, but they do. And also Bridget and Ella did as well. That might just be me, because I love Mal and Evie. And I low-key do ship them. I mean, not low-key, I do ship them 100%. I also ship Mal and Ben and Evie and Doug, so I'm kind of like back and forth, but I do. So, like, I'm probably going to go down that rabbit hole in the next movie. Or, not in the next, I was doing it while I was watching this one. It's an issue I have. I can't fix it. Like, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Like, Descendants 5, 2026, I think. Maybe, I'm honestly hoping that they already filmed it and we don't even know. Because I don't want to wait. I want to wait, like, I'll wait until next year. Like, I hate when movies or, like, shows take 2 years off. Or, like, a year off and, like, do one in 2024 and then skip a year and are filming then 2026. Like, I hate when they do that. I want, like, one movie, the next year another. Like, I want that. And I was kind of used to it with Descendants, but it was so upsetting because I had to wait so long. I'm like, I just want answers. And I want to know who's going to be in the next one. Because we obviously know, like, some of the people. I want to know if Brandy, like I said, Brandy's going to be in it again. And, like, the Prince. But I also want to know if China's going to be in it. Because she obviously at the end said, you didn't think it's when they end the story, did you? And I like that she said it, but I think it would have made better sense if Red did it. So, with her saying that, it's making me wonder, is she going to be in it? Or not? I don't know why, I feel like she won't. I feel like she honestly did it just to, like, wrap up her character and, like, do the tribute to Cameron and then, like, dip. Just because it's not the same, and, like, I know, like, most of, like, the original cast, or basically all of them don't want to do it without Cameron, so I feel like she won't be in it. And, like, I'll still watch it, even if she's not, but it'll make me sad because having her in it and, like, seeing her, like, made me happy because, like, she was a part of the original and, like, part of my teen years or tween years or whatever. So, like, it made me happy. So I want her to be in it, but also, like, she don't want to be in it, like, you do you. And, like, I completely support it. And I know a lot of people are wondering, like, oh my gosh, does this mean, like, new Descendants movie, Dove, Sophia, like, Boo Boo, they're gonna return? Like, I hate to break it to you, but, like, one thing we know is they are not returning. 100% they're not returning. Like, yes, I would love for them to. Like, that would mean so much to me because of how much the movies mean to me. But, like, they won't. And, like, I completely support it. Because, like, I'm going to be honest with you. There was a point, even though, like, I said, like, I was always going to watch this movie because, like, Descendants. But there was a point, like, a couple months ago when we found out, like, the date. There was a point, like, I was like, no, I'm not going to watch it. Because, like, I didn't want to watch it without Cameron not being in it. Dove, Sophia, Boo Boo. Like, I didn't want to watch it without them. And, like, the original people and, like, Kenny. So, like, it's a lot, and, like, I get why them not being in it, like, because I know, like, a lot of people want them to, because that was their childhood, but it's also, like, you gotta think about the fact, like, they're not gonna want it, they don't want to do it without Cameron, just like people don't want to watch it, because Cameron's not there. Like, Cameron was literally, like, the heart of Descendants, and I stand by that, so, like, no wonder. And also, just the fact that Kenny's not involved, like, it's a no from me. But, like, I still, like, here's the thing. I still enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. And, like, I'll be sad for Descendants, like, 5, 100%. But, like, I did actually enjoy it. Like I said, there were, like, a couple of things I was, like, iffy about because of, like, because it was rushed and, like, there was stuff I'm hesitant about, like, and I don't know. And I know they're doing that for the next movie. But, like, overall, it wasn't that bad. really surprised me. It also surprised my best friend because she did in fact watch it. It's like, I wanted to watch it with her, but of course I found out I was going to be gone when it came out, so we couldn't. And I watched it first, and I texted her about it. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to watch it, because she's logged into my Disney Plus. And so she watched it, and she said she actually really liked it. I was like, okay. So, like, I thought maybe it was just me trying to convince myself that I liked it. Honestly. But, like, I'm now talking about it. Like, I'm realizing that, like, I actually did enjoy it. And seeing that people did enjoy it makes me happy. Being like, okay, like, they actually did, like, a good job. And I think they kind of did the original movie justice in a way. Like, yes, nothing will beat the originals, but, like, good job. And I'm happy my best friend liked it, because I know she was so hesitant about it, because she was a Descendants girl as well. And, like, we love those movies. Like, we literally watched, like, the 3 of them, like, all the time. Like, during our sleepovers. Like, we would watch them all the time. Those are our movies. So, and like, we listen to soundtrack all the time, you know, like, so she's, like, a Descendants girl, just like me. So, you know, I'm happy I liked it, you know, and I think it shows that they did a pretty good job, like, the fact that I did enjoy it, and, like, OG Descendants people are enjoying it. Because I've seen a lot of people love it. Like, a lot of OG fans actually like it, and who thought they weren't going to, but they do. So, I don't know. I guess Descendants 5, like I said, 2026, we will see what the hell happens, or, like, I know it was confirmed, I think, or I'm a fucking idiot, but I thought it was confirmed in an interview, or, like, by someone. To be fair, I read that on Twitter, so I'm most likely wrong, but I feel like it was confirmed somewhere. So, we will see soon. I feel like maybe we'll get a confirmation about, like, if it's actually coming in 2026, or we're gonna have to wait longer, or less time, I don't know. But I think I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm sorry this came later than I planned, and, like, it's been 2 weeks since the movie dropped. Again, like I said, I wanted to, like, couldn't because of my trip. And then, like I said at the beginning, I did also want to, like, digest everything and, like, kind of give it some time to, like, really, like, process everything. And I was gonna watch it a second time. Did I? No, because a couple days ago I started Love Island Season 6 USA. So I've kind of been hooked on that, and I haven't been able to watch anything else. So that's the reason I didn't watch it again, because I really wanted to watch it again to, like, really, like, digest everything again, and, like, really, like, focus on it and everything while I'm awake. And, like, because when I watched it for the first time, I was exhausted after my travel day. But, you know, it did not happen. I'm most likely going to watch it again soon, probably with my best friend. We've talked about it. We're probably going to binge all 4 of them together. But yeah, again, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon.